Right? Finally being able to make a group stage, and sadly, just really looks like what Kajal said. Individually, they haven't really been able.
Alrighty, here comes the highlight match of the day here. Detonation Focus Me versus Edward Gaming. We've been looking to actually see these two monsters contend. EDG surprising everyone, taking over all of LPL and actually winning out for the summer split, and DFM still maintaining their crown over in the LCK, and here to defend their world championship crown here against EDG, who some are actually putting at as most likely to take the entire tournament. Bands coming through: Urgot, LeBlanc, Irelia, Yumi, Lucian. And we're really actually looking to see about like one major legendary matchup to really think about here is going to be Scout versus Arya. Scout, the understudy uh, of Faker over in T1 a few years ago, has moved over to China and has really taken over from there. Flandre, also a monstrous top lane player against Eevee, should be a lot of contention there as well. Now JJ going to be able to grab the Lee Sin for him. JJ also another very super talented. It's all full of talent. It's all just incredibly full of talent. Like the only one that's actually like quiet might be over in the bot lane for DFM, because they've well, this is embarrassing. It's Detonation Focus Me from Japan. I completely misread the situation there. Alrighty, so let's bring this back on an Eevee top side here. The Urgot special. I was wondering why the Urgot was getting banned out. Arya trying to actually make a name for himself, because this is actually like a half Korean roster here out of the LPL. And so now actually DFM just trying to actually steal away an opportunity here. Oh, and I like this. I like this. We haven't seen too much of it, but the Talon is kind of the best sort of cheese or special strat jungler. And Mojito over, I believe, out of Turkey was the only jungler that looked to actually have his team playing well enough around this pick to make it a very viable and very scary pick. And EDG going to lock in Twisted Fate and the Jace. Alrighty, so let's re-up ourselves here a little bit here. Arya gonna grab the Silas. So this is gonna be major questions that are major challenges here. DFM bringing Damwon Kia all the way to like their Nexus base, dang near beating them back at MSI. So there's actually some high hopes that this team can do some more damage here. Right now 0-2 in the group stage, have not been able to make as much of an impact as we were hoping. They did come out top of their grouping, top of the situation, leaving play-ins, putting Cloud9 kind of in a rough spot, giving Cloud9 one of their 2 losses through play-ins. But yeah, both teams look like they're getting what they want here. Draven could be taken away from Viper. It's not going to be anything too special. Set being taken away from Eevee. I think EDG's doing a good job of limiting what Eevee's options are. And now they get rid of two ADCs basically with these bans from DFM. They're getting rid of the Draven, which would be an obvious, hard, aggressive early laner. And then they're also getting rid of the Aphelios and the ability to kind of escape any of the jump on ability that DFM are bringing to the table. All right, and Gnar. And here comes the setup AD carry here, Yutapon with the Jhin. Yeah, no, but Misfortune should still be expected. Viper, though, feeling like he wants to take the Ezreal. But this would be one of the few matches where we actually see Misfortune ignored. Usually it's been paired up with the Leona. Leona still maintaining an incredibly high priority. Oh, Braum, this is weird. This is going to be super passive, but very disruptive. Is going to actually help buffer and prevent a lot of the all-in potential, especially coming out of Arya in Steel. And it looks like Eevee might be taking the Camille into the Jace. Ooh. What are we? And we have the Poppy? We have the Poppy in for Eevee topside. This is interesting here. We were expecting it to come out from our resident European plan for the Australian team. Unfortunately, they did not make it through. So Cabo living in spirit here. Eevee bringing in the Poppy, which would be it is good for going in. Yeah, it can nullify the hammer strike in from Philandre and the resonating strike coming in from JJ. But this should be very interesting here. This feels like a low damage comp out here from DFM. So Arya and Steel are going to need to get a lot of work done. Poppy can do a lot of damage. It's a little more subtle. And it kind of relies on an extended part of the fight. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very challenging comp to actually execute here on account of they have the Camille available, but I think they just want a little bit more tankiness for the brawl and to buy a space for Udapon, Steel, and Arya. Edward aiming, getting exactly what they want here. Jace topside for Flandre. He's going to be able to do a lot of work on that and be very viable come the later team fights, if really any, because the 1-3-1 is kind of the standard here, and Eevee's going to get run over as this game goes later. It's going to be kind of on to see if Steel can help mitigate that, if they can actually get any catches. Looks like no ward drops. Everyone's starting with their trinket ward. So my question actually I would want to bring up to my partners, what would be the expected playthrough route for DFM? Right now it looks like there's going to be a bot side start, so maybe ending up top side just to take the crab exchange. There's usually not a lot of ganking going on with this pick, specifically the Talon. It's kind of a full clear, like it's a full clear assassin. He's going to clear like all of his jungle twice, which is going to give JJ a lot of agency and kind of, if the lanes lose, the lanes lose. There's not a lot of recourse there. And as we pointed out here, just for the team fight discussion, there's not a lot of lockdown, especially at least in regards to what the Poppy can do. So it's going to be really on Eevee, Arya, Udapon, and Gang just to try to maintain themselves. So that's going to be a little scary because they're basically going up with the likes of, Faker 2.0 and Scout. Viper and Mako are actually monstrous. And Arya going to get a little bit of trade in on here. But this could be a very good trade back. Range is going to even it out a little bit. But yeah, Steel basically going to have to go for a full clear. He's going to drop down. He's going to be able to jump. This is going to be a cheeky little play right here. Oh, he's going to get jumped over behind here. And now here comes Flash. Come out here. W's going to touch him. There's not much else to really be done here. But it gets the Flash out of Scout. And Arya, stun coming back here. Arya going to end up a little bit worse for wear. Yeah, very good ward dodging there out of Steel. Now Eevee starting to feel the pain here. Waiting for that level 3 to come through. Oh, Arya is going to actually be a little bit late to this. Scout's going to be able to actually delay his back, I believe. You may not be able to see him from here. That's three minions lost there, unfortunately, for Arya. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a double scuttle here for JJ. See, this is why these gangs don't really come out here like in the level 3 arena. Is that now that Steel went for that gank in mid lane on the Scout, and is just still going for the full clear, not making really many adjustments to his pathing. He's going to be able to get his full set of camps, but so is JJ, and JJ's going to be able to also get the 2 scuttle crabs here. And Arya burning down here, down to 3,500 health. This is going to be really rough here. Not going to be able to stay in lane. He's already burned his teleport. He's already halfway through the 2 pots. He's got a biscuit, so he's going to be able to hang out a little bit longer. Steal, looking for this. He'll actually avoid the turret. And here comes the gank here. W's going to come in here. He's only going to be able to grab 1. 2 proc. Looking for the 3rd proc here. He's burning down here. Oh, and there's just enough healing here. The biscuits pulling him through in the pots. Oh, that was so close. He needed 1 more auto attack from either of them. Goodness, the sustain was just enough there. Oh, Arya is getting punished here. Arya's not able to get much done here in this game. Here, he's already down like 15 CS from Scout here. He's getting pushed in. JJ clearly ahead. Good TNCS lead for JJ over Steel. Steel's gone for 2 ganks. Not able to pull much out of it. It's gonna have to go back to playing the full clear, but it's just not. They've got to actually make one of these ganks work. Yeah, he's a level down here. So here's the advantage, actually. Here's the full level advantage. Mako. Oh, he's spotted here. This is where he's going to be behind the play here. Scout can get caught here. Flash is still down. They're trying to get the catch on in here. Going to be locked up here. Mako has arrived, but that's going to be a dead Scout here. First blood over to Steel, and that's what we need. That is exactly what is necessary here to keep detonation focus in this game here. Steel gets fed, and there is like no chance for Vipo, Mako, JJ, Flandre. There's so many squishy characters on the side of EDG. So getting Steel, getting Arya ahead, keeping them in this game is a very necessary call here and very important play. Nudapon, have to be a little bit careful though. Dodges the shot. And now JJ making his own play here. Level 6 for Flandre is going to be plenty of damage here. And here comes the Fate's Call. Destiny in play. And he's going to be able to knock out Flandre and JJ. And very, very good play there from EV. And now he's aware of this here. Now he's going to actually be able to punish up JJ. Oh, it's going to be able to actually get the smite off. JJ could be a little bit healthier than expected. But EV losing some of this top wave. That's a team-wide control of jungle right there. Yeah, and now Arya is level 6 here. He also can now take the Destiny, and he can actually teleport himself off to a play as well here. They can keep putting some pressure here, or they could actually get some pressure on the map finally in the form of a teleport out from Arya. He's about to have his regular teleport up. Oh, I think they're actually gonna get the Herald. This would actually be great. If they can actually get this Herald off and get some turret plates here, this would be fantastic for DFM. So, for topside, Udapon just farming underneath his tower. No one's really actually getting to push in anywhere. There we go. It's gonna be grabbed. Oh, but I think EDG want to fight here. Mako, not level 6. There's not much else to really do to engage this fight here. The Q's gonna land on the gang, but yeah. DFM going to be able to lock in the Herald. No problems, no challenge.
Honestly, they're playing EDG pretty tight here. Yes, it is only the first 9 minutes, but this is by far the best early game that they have been able to actually turn in. A lot of clever little bits leading towards that play. Obviously, the gank towards top. Evie sees that Flandre is low on mana, so he takes some damage to actually get
Oh yeah, that control ward's still there. Oh, the control ward's still there. It never got cleared. Please, please. Oh, please check it. Please check it. He's checking it. Okay. It's still there from earlier when when Eevee was fighting with JJ. Alright, so wave pushing away from Eevee now. This is gonna be getting near the timing here. JJ's here for it. But this is where this wave needs to get shoved in for Eevee, because I don't think Flandre will be shy about freezing it. And we're still waiting for actually any sort of place to come out from Arya. Destiny is now available on the side of Scout here. This could go sour really quickly here. Gang and Unipon need to be careful. Arya does not have his ult holding any other ult right now. Hijack's about to be off cooldown. So he'll be able to actually steal an ult soon. We're still holding out neutralized here. 1,000 gold lead for EDG. 10 minutes in. 4 minutes left for the Herald to get put down. Probably even far less, honestly. Oh, there's going to be a catch on the Arya, but I don't think they're ready for Steel to be here. Both them connect, and this could be the jump on. Sunkar goes out on to Steel here right now, but Scout's going to get kicked back by Arya. Fantastic little jump and Ruski there. Brings the Scout back on through. JJ's going to have to just stand here and try to eat as many of these, much as this wave as possible, and prevent the Herald from getting too much more value here. So fantastic plays here. The Silas kick here. Flandres is going to have to abandon his top side here, but Gang's going to get jumped on here. They need to come back down here and save him. He's down to half health here. He's going to re-engage, and now here comes the jump on over. Oh, he's going to have to flash over. Gang flashes. There's no flash on. There's flash on Steel, but they did not want the rest of that fight here. Flandre has arrived here. Here comes the rest, but now it's going to be the jump in here. Eevee's going to be there. Flandre has blown up here. Now Gang's going to re-engage over. JJ's the next to go down here, and this fight's going to go entirely in their direction here. Scout's going to have to flash away here, but Steel once more here. So EDG a little too trigger happy, wanting to try to get on that. They could not get Gang down, and Udipon's going to be able to put this wave in. Yeah, they did not know where Steel was at this time, so they take this fight right now. And Arya's just allowed to just get in flash kicks, Scout back in. And Arya, what a nice play there. Just great ultimate decision making right there for the fight itself here. And now Gang kind of caught up here, but he goes right back on in here. Gets his tankiness up with the Eclipse. Dodges the shock blast with the flash. And now they just try to keep going back. And Flandre wants this, but Eevee's ready to flash over and put him in the dirt. And then the re-engager. I love that Gang actually survives all that. They kill off both Scout and JJ. There's no chance. Sidesteps the wild cards. So fantastic fight and good K.5 advantage here for DFM right now. Fight's really going in their favor. Very showing their fluency with that. And now a little bit of invade here. Might be able to get some vision down. Ooh, Steel actually going to be able to get the assassination on here. Big burn here coming on. That's going to be it here. Flandre is dead here. Steel may put the resonating strike on him, but there's not much else. And the big, and here comes the re-engage here. JJ is about to get burned down as well here. The bleed coming through, but it's only going to leave him at 3.5. Yeah, Steel's playing this champion as he should and as he needs to be here. Find the jumps, get on in. The gap closing for this talent, especially with the wall jump, is insane. Yeah, it's very hard to predict where the talent's going to come from. Right behind him or in front of him, man. Gang initiated that last fight, that last jump onto JJ. And Steel's like, alrighty, let me get back on over here, see if we can get this blind monk down. They got themselves some wards. At least got that control ward there in the blue. So right now, let's look here. Let's look. CS is still pretty much in the advantage of EDG. Kills are on Steel and on Arya, and that's what you want. There's been no stolen kills by the support, and one kill onto Eevee, which is not the worst thing in the world. The tankier Eevee gets, the worse it's going to be for anyone to try to take him down, and he will be able to probably solo kill some of these. He'll probably also solo kill Scout, because Scout's just not going to have a lot of damage coming out to really bother Eevee once this game gets later and later. You have nothing to do. You have nothing to do here. He's going to be receiving waves. Eevee gets to roam. And now here comes Drake here, 15 minutes into the game here. Plates have fallen, but first Drake will be taken by Detonation Focus Me, secured by Steel. And now Eevee, he's going to be able to just bully Flandre right now. I don't know why Flandre's here. Oh, it gives the interrupt here. Oh, but he could knock him up. He could actually win that. If his flash was available, he could take out Flandre. There is enough available, but Eevee, scared of a gang coming in. And how he wants the next rotation of spells here. And here it comes here. And the ultimate, where's the ult? I need the ult. I need the ult. There it is. Oh, he misses the Q. Oh, he's going to be dead. He's dead here. JJ's going to be able to secure this one. Waiting for the shield to go down here. And the interrupt actually is really on point there. Not able to get much else done. Arya a little bit too far behind here, and they're going to have to tank that turret here. But Eevee so close to taking out Flandre 1v1. Great bait from Flandre there. JJ's going to have to take this wave just so it doesn't go to waste. Well, Ezreal can get hard carry. He can get to a 3-item monster stage. We saw that in the play-in stage from, I believe, the LA candidates. There was fantastic damage coming out. Once he gets that to like the Divine Center into the Manamune, the fully realized Manamune, I forget what the third item is right now. I think it's I want to say DFM for some reason, but the armor pen item. Dang it. But once he gets those 3 items into play, like Ezreal will put in massive poke damage and fantastic team fight work. All right, so Steel jumping around, finding things. They were able to get there. They were able to get first brick for DFM. EDG are countering out, but it's going to be 2 for 1. So DFM really in the driver's seat here for EDG. Now comes the mid game. Now comes where it's a little bit more of a less structured game state. And they have to sort of improvise what they want to do. They have to read the map a little bit more and figure out where their other plays are here. Eevee going to be investigating into his jungle here. He's going to spot JJ. He's going to war hop away here. Gang? Nope. Not, they're just going to let him get away with that. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting thing. There's actually a point where there's no reason why DFM can't have the fights that they want. Because EDG cannot pick the fights that they want at all. It has to come from, you know, flash gold card, a flash kick, a good little insect from JD. Actually, they pull that out or to actually get even what they want. As long as like Udapon stays safe, Arya stays safe, they're not going to have too many problems here. And Viper is doing a little aggressive trade there, bud. Oh.
I feel like one thing we've seen this game so far, right, is that DFM have definitely been the better team. EDG have just been the better laners. Not necessarily like individual players, they've just been better in terms of like actual laning. So that's how
and that's good. That got them a lead early on here, but right now they need to fight their way back into this. They need to get their map rotations much more crisp, or at least that's pretty much going to be how they bring this back in. Either it's a full-on fight, which is an LPL strat, or it's going to be just from outmap rotating and finding advantageous fights that DFM just can't collapse fast enough on to turn. Oh, Eevee about to be 1v2 here. Flandre is going to be available to jump on into this one, and Eevee going to get kicked away here, push on over here, but now Eevee time to run here. It's going to have the wind up. Just needs to spin his hammer, and they're not going to do anything. He cannot get this. He cannot get this wave here. He cannot defend this tower here. So Flandre going to be able to even up the turret count. Alright, and now EDG have technically taken the gold lead back. These invades from JJ are able to just take away these camps, not allow Steel to really try to bridge that gap. EV denied from the wave and turret count equalized. Yeah, EDG are still in this. They're still in this technically. It just still feels like DFM are gonna have the better sort of team fight options, because this Jace has just been not allowed to become the split push monster that he needs to be. And second trade could be taken here by DFM, so really closing in on that win condition. All right, sweet. So it's going to be a little more easier for us in fighting, not as much to hide in with this Infernal Rift. And that's going to be a fantastic little buff there for DFM here. It's going to be a fantastic buff for either one. Just more explosions, more damage. We always like that. I think we're about to have a fight here, bot side here. DFM want to get their third turret down here, but they're not able to keep the wave from getting cleared by a scout here. Oh, JJ about to jump on Steel. He's going to jump over to the wall into the pit here. This leaves gang a little bit out to dry, but they'll be fine. Oh, they want to get the engage off. JJ has to ward hop away from that. So neither team too shy about taking a fight right now, just trying to find that advantage, trying to find those 2 steps ahead, just on the rift movement, basically. Need a little more ward control here. Eevee having to walk off there. Nope, he's got to get himself some Krugs. Yep. It's going to be the team. The team fights are going to be actually very drawn out if we have a 5v5 team fight, which we've not seen a lot of at this tournament. At least not in sort of a standard. Here comes a Drake, we fight over it, team takes it. It's become much more of we just let them take the oh, gang. Oh, he's dead. Oh, Steel goes in there. He's gonna be able to get some good damage off, but can't get the autos like he needs to. Here comes Eevee from the side here, but I think this is not the fight that DFM want here. Knockup's going to come through as well. Going to knock them out here. Arya has gone golden. He's going to be able to stay alive here. Flashes out from the shock blast, but that is not the fight that DFM wanted here. Gang caught out, blown up over the wall here by the monstrous amount of poke here in play. 2 items completed for both Flandre and Viper. So quick at the siege. So good at being able to knock down anyone that they pick off here. So 2 items completed across here. Yeah, rapid fire cannon available for scout as well. So that gold card's going to have some range to it. And then the follow up from Flandre, from Viper, from Mako, from Scout himself, JJ going in. No chance for gang there. And now we're starting to see the agency sort of lost for DFM here. Yep, 2K gold lead back up for EDG.
said, EDG really was fighting that 5v4, right? Because they killed Gang off before they really could get anything done on the side of DFM. So if I'm DFM, you still have to be confident about your team fighting. You
Oh
want to
yeah.
work towards stacking soul. I do think that's probably their best way forward in this game.
Yeah, the reality for it was just that Eevee was kind of later to the party, and they were already in trouble by the time that happened. Here comes the re-engage here. It's going to be a jump on, and he's going to be stunned up all too well here. And and JJ is still alive here. Here comes Udapon with the curtain call, but now they can start catching them out. It's going to be another catch. Mako goes down here. Gold card's going to come out. It's going to catch Arya, but Eevee still wants more here. Everfrost's going to lock down Arya once more. He's trying to get into this fight here, but there's just not letting him. And Eevee's sitting in the middle of all this. He might actually go down here, and here's the finish off. Oh, and Arya has died without getting much else done here. And now Udapon trying to run himself away here. Flashes over the wall. Double kill for Flandre, and the team fight for DFM. They overreach, and now that's going to be Baron. Oh, Baron for EDG here. 4 still up here. Mako the sacrificial lamb here, but he's even going to be up and available to receive the buff. Just too much reach there from DFM. They need to just turn around and be set for that Drake. Get themselves on soul point. Not allowed to overstep like that. Yep.
I feel like it's impossible for DFM to be able to walk in. Yeah. They got the first 2 dragons for themselves, so it's not like they need to worry about EDG, like, soul point or anything.
They have time. Yeah, they definitely have time to actually find that 3rd Drake and get themselves, rolling with it. It's the gold lead. It's going to be in EDG's favor more than the Drake calls or the Drake stacking. But this is still like, that's the only option that they have really to come back. They have to find the cross map play that allows them to trade, Drake for what? Tier 2, the inhib turret. Yeah, JJ is, that's what allowed the gold lead to just stick as it is here. Now he's got a kill lead as well. Just JJ is constantly invading and taking these camps. So this was a good idea, a good catch. They get the jump out. They lock up JJ. They don't actually get him killed. He gets rooted up here, and the auto attack miss goes on the Mako. The bleed goes out for JJ. He goes down to like 10 health. And now they catch Mako. This is where they should have left here. But Eevee wants more here. Jumps over, finds Scout here. But the stun onto Arya just keeps him further locked down. He does not connect over with his abscond abduct. And he's just sitting here looking for the right way into the fight here. But Arya just doesn't get to do anything in this fight here. They just juggle around all the aggro, all the play. And JJ ends up actually healthier than he started the second part of that fight. So over eager from DFM, trying to grab off more than they can chew, and Edward Gaming just strike back. And now comes the siege here. DFM trying to get the angles around, trying to find a way into this. Eevee frontlining, probably a little bit too much here. There's not a lot of damage to follow him, and I think they're just going to give this one up. Scouts teleported it in. Here comes the gold cards and such. 40 seconds left. 40 seconds here for EDG to get this turret off. Eevee going to try to shove someone away. Viper's going to actually dodge it. And he's got to leave. He's got to leave right now. Eevee's going to try to heal up here. But this turret's probably about to go down here right now. There's not much else to be done. Arya's keeping out the mid wave. So they're just going to sacrifice or just give away this inhib turret, I believe. Talon on the flank. There's an option here. Arya is not looking at this play though here. Eevee kind of taking this up here. The turret's almost gone. They need to take the fight while the turret's there to contribute to the fight. Eevee has gone in here and he has gone. Gage has gone down here. Now here comes the devolved fight here. They're trying to run away and regroup here. Steel actually running too far away here. The gold card's going to follow him all the way. And the True Sharp Barrage is going to finish it off here. Mako's so low here. The kick from Arya, not enough here. It's going to be grabbed by Udapon, but Arya's going to go down. It's just Eevee. It's just Udapon. And that is not going to be enough damage to win it. They save their mid inhib and turret. but it's going to cost them quite a bit. But Utapon's the only one really grabbing the kills there. Like, we need more out of Arya. Arya is not able to actually get enough done in these fights here. He's 2-2-5. He's not doing all too bad. He's 50 CS down, though, from Scout. It's getting really troublesome here. Like, EDG are either just, they've got to be just stuffing Arya from getting into these fights like he needs to. And Steel trying his heart out, trying to find these flanks and get onto a priority target. Yep. Viper going to be very limited going into the next fight here. Minute 15 is only going to be, yeah, it's only going to be 3 flashes available on the side of EDG if DFM decide to contend for this fight. They've got a top side super minion wave to worry about. And right now, the positioning for DFM is not looking like they're ready to contest or willing to contest this Drake. I want to bide their time, allow the scaling to keep coming through here, let Eevee get tankier and tankier. EDG going to, yep, shove this wave in, get this prio secured. Because the next dragons are going to be able to be just taken by Scout, and then he can just, you know, Destiny Realm, Destiny Gate into the fight if needed. Oh, here's gonna be the engage. It's gonna be a connection on to JJ, but there's Gage is gonna be able to barely get out of there, and Eevee trying to run away now. The damage is gonna come through. Scout has arrived. Eevee looking for some trouble. He's gotten his shield. So Gang gonna be able to re-up his. Oh, nice, good sunray. Now they have to be able to jump in, but Eevee just gets melted and destroyed by Viper. And Flandre is a fantastic ultimate to just separate 2 from the 5. But these turrets are gone. It's just looking all so doomed here right now. Eevee just not able to get tanky enough for these fights and not able to just take on. Yep, there's the Serold's Grudge. And it's going to be probably a Frozen Heart afterwards. That was the other, actually, item. I was thinking of the Lord Dominic's Regards. Yeah, there's not much else to really do here. Arya and them need to go in. They need to fight this now. But that Shock Blast is just going to put them so low and so down. And I think they have to just fight from the fountain here. Nexus to expose. There's not much else to really go in here. The Abscon Abduct does not connect on the Mako. They're going to jump onto JJ, but he's going to be able to just jump out here. He is too tanky, too thick for this fight. And EDJ is going to take the fight here. Forget the Nexus. Let's just go pad these stats here. The jump in. Flandre gets 1 and it's straight out. Double for Viper to finish it out. And that's going to be 3rd win for EDG, currently undefeated in the group stage. DFM putting up a great fight and really looking like they could actually have taken EDG in the team fight. But unfortunately, cannot pull it out, cannot hold out, and might see why we Tank's just not tanky enough these days.